live.
Hey everybody, hope you're having a wonderful day. Sorry I can't say the same, but I'm here. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It was a pretty nice weekend here. The weather was decent. I didn't get any of my transplanting of my plants done, but that'll come. Hey, Angel Cooper, how you doing? Lazy Acres, Mama Z, CityGirl, Kiki Gardens. Oh, I was feeling better, and it just sort of hit me.
That one of the chapter, that CityGirl, CountryHeart, got the same name as our guest tonight.
Amazing how that happens, isn't it? We're out.
We're out. Yeah, find her first.
I see her over there in the corner.
Yeah, but I got to find her on one of these screens.
I see.
There she is.
You have her hidden away.
Oh, we caught her drinking.
Well, what's new?
My tea.
What's new there?
Well, she had her bottoms up.
It's actually tea. It's sweet tea I got in here.
That's what I have in mind.
That's what they all say.
It's my Milo sweet tea.
But officer, it's just tea. Fermented.
I wish I had some fermented tea right now. I made mine tonight after this medicine starts wearing off.
95 there in Texas. 104 the rest of the week. Holy moly.
Oh, Misty, bless you.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be hitting 94 this week for like 4 days. Not looking forward to it.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that.
It's just too hot. Too hot.
Had that when we were in Florida, but that's it. Didn't bring it home with us.
You don't want it home.
Nope, don't want it home.
Mm-mm.
So,
yeah, but you guys also get snow up there.
Yes, we do. That we do.
So we got quite a few people in here. We got, I think you already mentioned that most everybody. I'm not sure.
Yeah. There's 7. Well, 6 with not counting me.
And Darren's on his way home, so he'll be in the chat in a little bit.
And I'm sure he has his questions ready.
Okay. Well, hey, Terry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Terry, tell us where you are at. What's your location?
I am in Anderson, South Carolina.
Anderson, South Carolina.
I'm about 15-minute drive to the Georgia border.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you like 20-minute drive from there.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's like a 30 to 40 minutes, depending on who's driving.
And which way they go.
And which way they go.
Yeah.
And I already got my name on the wheel.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in the chapter, don't forget to put your name on the wheel.
Yeah.
Because we will be giving away a $2 bill tonight. Maybe more than one.
Because I posted this on my CityGirl page, and I also put it on my personal Facebook page.
So, give us the story behind your name.
Okay. My name started... I've been wanting to do a page, sharing the gardening stuff that I like and everything on Facebook. And all the craft stuff I like to do on Facebook. Because at the time, I was making soaps and candles also. And, I come across this page, this awesome woman up in Canada. Her name is Erica, and she had a page called Stilettos Cowboy Boots. And, at the time, she was calling her husband Mr. Stilettos, and her and I became fast friends. And I told her about me wanting to do a page, and between her and my husband and a couple other friends, I had about 6 names picked out. Then we narrowed it down to 4, and then 2, and then of the 2 names, it became CityGirl, CountryHeart. And that page did really well. I'm still doing good. And after Connie passed away in 2017 and we moved over here, I was like, you know what? I'm actually in a place where I can start doing a YouTube channel. So I was hesitant about doing it. And then Patrick from Breakaway Homestead, I love the man. He goes, I'll make you a deal. We had, I can't remember what chat we were in. I think it was Big Bears. And whichever live stream we were at, we were all talking about elderberry cuttings. And he said he'd get me some, but he'd only send them to me if I would do a video on it. And I hemmed and I hawed, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. It's a deal, I'll do it. And it took me about 3-4 hours to actually make my first video because I almost threw up about 7 times.
And why was that?
Huh?
And why did you almost throw up?
Nerves.
Nerves?
Nerves. Yep, nerves.
I thought you had nerves of steel.
Oh, no.
No?
No. No, but for some things, depending on what I'm dealing with, these two, yeah. But for doing my very first video for YouTube, yeah, I was scared out of my mind.
Well, obviously, all puking aside, you made it.
Well, luckily I didn't get sick, but yes, I did. And it's been nonstop ever since. I love doing videos and sharing the things I like to do and meeting all the different people from all over the world.
Well, you've made some very interesting videos. And for those of you maybe that don't know out there, you are actually a renter. You are not a homeowner. Is that correct?
Yeah, I rent where I live.
Okay.
But luckily, my landlord allows me to have an in-ground garden. He allowed me to plant a couple fruit trees, which I regret planting in the ground. And I can have chickens.
And you can have cats.
Yes.
There was one that walked across the top of your head here just a second ago.
Yes, it was my spoiled fur baby.
So, not owning your own property presents its own unique challenges. Obviously, you got to get permission to do this and that.
Yeah.
Planting gardens and so forth. And it seems to me you were talking about maybe wanting to acquire fruit trees.
At one point, I wanted to try and buy this house, the trailer behind it, the trailer next to me, and both properties. And I had inquired about it and called a few different places. And according to the guy that dealt with mortgages through the bank, he said, because you don't have this and you don't have that, and he gave me a list of things, he said you wouldn't qualify for a mortgage.
I see.
Yeah. Hey, bub. So, and at the time, the price they were wanting for all 3 houses in both properties were utterly ridiculous, too. So, it was a blessing in disguise.
Okay, so it wasn't a realistic price, and you're better off not acquiring.
Yeah.
So,
because where I live, the animals I want, I don't have the space.
oh, and she's got that other animal overseas too.
Yeah, he just came in.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he's in now.
Oh my.
The Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, I don't know how much property you need for him. Probably
Between his wants and my wants, quite a bit.
Probably some reinforced fencing.
Yep. He's a wild one.
So, well, you go ahead and share with everybody, just in case people don't know, who you're talking about in the chat here. What's going on?
My fiance, Darren, from Down Under Farming Forge. And what a lot of people don't know is that we have officially started the process of going for the K1 visa.
I don't even know what a K1 visa is.
A K1 fiance visa is for him to move over here from Australia. It's a long process. We for me to I have to sponsor him for him to move over, and they ask a whole bunch of questions and pretty much want an essay for each question. And you have to give them documents. You have to show proof that he was here with me. So I gotta find out tomorrow if I can email them or upload videos. I know I can upload pictures, possibly receipts or itineraries from when he came over. It's just a whole bunch of stuff, but we've officially started that process. And it could take like 7.5, 8 months.
Oh, wow.
For the application process, and then he's got to do interviews over there, and there's a whole list of stuff he has to get for the American Embassy over there for the interview process. Yeah, it's a whole. They ask some crazy questions, and it's like they're really asking me about that. I don't know that.
Well, Terry, rumor has it that if he went into Mexico and crossed the border down there, Biden would give him a bunch of money, fly him right to your house, and you all set.
Yeah, but then the United States can also deport him and ban him from coming into the United States ever again.
Well, I just had to say that, especially since they're handing out all the baby formula that can't be bought on shelves right now. They're just giving
I know.
Doing it to everybody out there that's coming in illegally.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what are the big things? You want, I'll tell you what, let me back off of this for just a minute. I'm going to let Sherry talk a little bit here.
Okay.
And, no problem doing that.
Usually she does all the talking.
I know she does. But she can't talk very much here tonight because she's not feeling well. But I need for you to talk a little bit. I'm going to set up to Derek and Cookie.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Allie, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hello, Allie.
Oh, so you met Trouble online over a year ago, and I think the whole thing started, and I think it was New Year's Eve on Crystal's live stream where the game was playing. No, was it before that?
It was on Two Family Homestead Live. When you guys were letting people call in. It was in early fall. I believe it was in September, October is when I started doing call-ins.
Okay.
And when Jason would call in the Ahmed. And Darren was, at the one time, he was part of that call-in, but what I didn't know is that when he was doing that, he was actually on video chat with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to see what he looked like. I didn't. I could only hear his voice.
Reap what you sow. My goodness. Long time no see.
I reap what you sow.
How's everything in Louisiana?
I haven't seen that name in forever.
I know. So we're to blame. Is that what you're saying, Trouble? Mm-hmm.
It's a good blame.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. It is. It's a good blame.
Yeah. I've been to blame for a few others, so it's okay.
If it wasn't for Darren, I wouldn't have the work-at-home job I do.
Still doing that?
Yes, I am.
Good.
I am doing a class the class I'm doing now is for Carnival Cruise Line, and so far I'm passing everything. By the skin of my teeth, but I'm passing everything.
Awesome.
This Friday we start taking calls. I won't get paid for it. I don't start getting paid for taking calls until next Monday.
Oh, sounds good.
Yep. And it's actually pretty cool. there's like 10 times, it feels like there's like 10 times more stuff to learn with Carnival Cruise Line than there is with the roadside assistance. Because there is just so much you have to do more. I mean, yeah, I won't be doing the bookings, but if someone comes in and they have a prior booking, excuse me, I can actually set up a booking for them.
Well, that's cool. Plus it gives you that income that's necessary.
Yeah, it gives me the extra income. So
Yeah.
what I want to try and do is do Carnival Cruise Line during the week and the roadside assistance on the weekends.
Cool.
As long as I do a minimum of the 25 hours for Carnival Cruise Line, and I do that every week, I'm good to go.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it has worked out for you.
Oh, I love it. Because like with the roadside assistance, I get to talk to people from all over the United States. I've talked to like State Farm agents that were originally from New Zealand, and I've talked to people from Germany that are here in the United States, and it's really cool because I've gotten to learn more about the United States, and that's what I like about with the Carnival Cruise Line, because I'll be able to learn more stuff about different parts of the world that cruises go on.
That's true.
Let me jump in a second. Darren, can you send me an email to Family Homestead? An email, please. Not putting it again.
You don't have his email?
I'm not finding it.
If you do compose, it won't do compose and start typing in down under.
Yeah, it should pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that.
Well, there's Darren.
Is there any other Darren that you know?
That's the one. That's him.
I'm surprised you don't have him marked as trouble, Sherry.
At what?
As trouble.
Yeah. Amen.
But all in all, just like with everything as far as work, that's all going good. Okay. Getting the process for Darren, that going over
good.
here.
Good.
Went and saw the surgeon today. Thank goodness. As of right now, no surgery.
Very good.
He wants me to do physical therapy for the next 2-3 months and go back in 2 months and see him. Because of how he said because of how the MRI took pictures of my shoulder, the machine messed up some of the pictures, so they were blurry, so he couldn't see how bad the tear was. And he was more worried about my bicep muscle where it connected to the bone than he was of the tear. So he wants to see how things go over the next couple months and how things work for my shoulder. And today, I can't use my right arm right now, really, because he gave me a steroid shot with a shot of numbing medicine.
Oh my gosh!
So it's like my arm feels like a dead weight. I was showing my son. He had me squeeze his fingers. He put his fingers like this, and he had me squeeze them. And he goes, "That is a big difference." I was like, "Yeah, I can squeeze as hard as I can, and it's not very hard."
Yeah. Well, someone's coming in, I think.
He'll be here eventually. Yeah. We were chatting right before I came up here.
Well, everybody, make sure you get your name on the wheel, because we will be giving out $2 bills. And we do ship them all around the world, so it's not just a United States thing. We did the United States thing yesterday.
Yeah.
On my channel.
We were hoping to get that skillet.
I know. Oh, there's always next month.
Yeah. There's always eventually a trip up there.
Mm-hmm.
Which will most likely happen.
You need the $2, Darren. I think you're going to need more than just the $2.
Oh yeah. But it's been a crazy process. Like I went out tonight and I went looking in the garden, make sure everything was okay. And over the last few days, I've been finding Roma tomatoes. I've got about 13 Roma tomatoes growing. Some of my better boys are about the size of a quarter.
Good.
And I went out and I was looking at, because my Concord grapevine has got bunches where it looks like it's the flowers and they're opening up.
Good.
And I looked
Big
and
Bear.
I was like, wait, that's not the right size. That's a lot bigger. And got bunches of grapes growing. I'm like, oh, I'm getting grapes.
Very good.
Now my blueberries they will flower and put berries on. They'll make me so happy.
Yeah, we were lucky enough that when we bought the house, we already had a grapevine established from the previous owner. Daryl just had to build a new trellis for it. There's trouble.
G'day.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Hello, Jason.
What?
And you did almost wet yourself over the grapes. You were so
I
excited.
did not almost put myself over the grapes. Oh my gosh, I'm wanting grapes so bad. I have things where they're not hanging over the pole, so they can actually go up. The other grapevine is actually, parts of it are longer than this one, so I have to get it and trellis it up so it can do that. I'll be working on that this week.
Thomas Schmidt, good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Thomas.
Hello, Thomas.
I haven't seen him in a while either.
No. Our guest is CityGirl CountryHeart. She's in South Carolina. Engaged to that ugly-looking dude that's there at the top of the screen.
It would just
Beauty's
be
in
nice
the
to know
eye of the
things.
beholder.
So I've heard.
I don't need to look at me.
So do you have your list of questions already?
My list of questions. Most of my questions are of a private nature.
That stuff that you said last night.
That's what makes Monday Night Live such a great show.
Yeah, it might be too private for the audience.
We want to see how red she gets.
I can get pretty red.
I've got a feeling she was pretty red when I sent a photo through before.
I was taking a drink of my coffee and I could not. I had to put my cup down.
What, was there an extra handle?
No, it had to do with a vet appointment I went to beforehand.
Probably had to do with that wallaby.
Yeah, it wasn't his.
That has
See?
that
That's
has
how red she gets.
that has a crochet jacket on. Big Bear sitting in the tractor with all the lights on so Carol can finish her chores. Boy, it's late for chores there, Jason.
Yeah, almost 9:30. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Does that tractor have air conditioning, Jason?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as a breeze comes by.
Oh, that's right. It's not. It doesn't have the cab on it. I forgot.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what's the agenda for the rest of the summer here, Terry?
Work, garden, work on making new things. I want to start doing soaps again. My daughter keeps asking me to do soaps and candles.
Now, you going to do those just for yourself? Or you going to make them for sale?
For sale.
Okay.
Also working on like rice bags for like that you can heat up or put in the freezer and get cold so you can put on like sore muscles and stuff like that. Working on that. In the process of getting
Amanda up with a business doing that.
Yeah. In the process of getting Amanda set up to do the rice bags. She also wants to do some of the soaps and candles as well.
Okay, and how do you market those?
Huh?
How do you market them? How do you sell them?
be using Facebook and one of my pages on Facebook and
Okay,
through Instagram and
so you're
YouTube.
not selling through Etsy or something. I was gonna have you share an address where people could find it when they're ready.
I don't have an Etsy yet. I would like to, but I don't have one yet because I don't have anything to put up yet.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to find you on Facebook, how do they find you on Facebook? Because I can't find anything on Facebook.
On my Facebook page, CityGirl CountryHeart.
And that's all there is to it. Just type in CityGirl CountryHeart, and they will find you.
Yep.
Do people have to like your page, or do they have to?
It's a like page. They can if they want. I don't force them to.
Okay, so
it's the link for it is on my YouTube About page.
Okay, that's where we were headed. So there you go. You can go to her About page in YouTube, and she will have a link there to get to her Facebook page where you'll be able to purchase soaps and other assorted sundry items. Did I say that right? Sundry items when they're available.
Yeah. I'm also working on, and I had to stop because this past month because of my shoulder. I am working on making pot holders again, placemats, wash rags, scrubbies, and a few other things that I have listed that I want to do.
Is there anything that makes your soaps different from others?
Well, some of them I do have essential oils in them.
Okay.
Not all of them do. Some of the ones I want to start making again have colorant in them, so they are colored.
Oh, neat. So when you wash with them, your skin turns colored?
No. They're safe to use on the skin, and you will not change colors. One of the soaps I have been...
That might be something to look at now.
Mm-hmm. One of the soaps that I have been asked to do is sort of like a scrubby soap. So it's got stuff in it they can use as an abrasive. And I'm going to be doing that. And, I would like to try and do lotions. But if I do the lotion, it would be for us here to see how well it goes. Because both my kids get eczema real bad. Especially my daughter. And, I want to make lotion for the eczema and dry skin and send it up to West Virginia for my oldest grandson because he gets eczema real bad. Last year, it was my stepdaughter's son-in-law and all three of my grandsons all got COVID. Wow. So my oldest grandson it really scared him because my son-in-law got real sick, and because of he's got Gardner-Barr syndrome. He was real sick. My daughter-in-law almost had to call an ambulance a couple of times because how sick he was. It could have killed him. And I told him he should have gone to the hospital, but he wouldn't listen. But because of all that, my oldest grandson turned into a huge germaphobe and washes his hands a whole lot more than what my daughter does.
I have a new face mask here.
That's my kind of face mask. Yes, very so.
Okay. We don't have very many names on the wheel. Nowhere near the number of people that are in the chapter. So everybody, there is a link in the description right below where you can put your name on the wheel. We're going to be giving away a $2 bill in at least one, maybe two. And it doesn't cost you anything. Unless you'd like to enter for $5.99.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Brian. And thank you, Brenda.
And there's the length of the wheel.
Yep.
Right.
See, I'm actually working.
There you go.
Make sure everyone hits like, otherwise Sherry beats me.
So you like that.
Because you liked it.
No comment.
Uh-huh. Miss Lippy. How you doing, sweetheart?
But that is some of the things I want to do this summer. It's like, I'm trying gardening a whole different way. I've never done the straw gardening, like the lasagna gardening type gardening I'm doing, but everything is doing really well. Due to cabbage moths that have decided to lay their eggs and let their babies grow on my cabbage plants, I've killed like 5 or 6 caterpillars on my cabbage plants. And I went looking up stuff on things I can put on the plants that are just natural. And one of the things I found was that in my neighbor's brother, for the last 4 years, has said he's done it on his garden. He's had older people he knows has tell him to do this, and it's worked for them. One way to get rid of caterpillars on your plants, like the cabbage and stuff like that, get a shaker, put some self-rising flour in it, shake it on there. After they eat it, and if they go and it's a sunny day, they pretty much explode. So I'm going to give it a try.
That will be a video.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and see if it'll kill him. I know he puts flour on his garden every year, and he has no issues with caterpillars at all.
It's on that one that keeps getting hit.
I can just picture zooming into this poor little caterpillar. It's just kind of moving around real slow, wiggling along. And he's getting bigger and bigger. And before you know it, it looks like a hot dog trying to squirt him around there.
One of my cabbage plants looks like it's just been shredded because caterpillars.
And then it looks like a bratwurst. And then the summer sausage. And then it just blows up. That'd be pretty neat.
But it's got to be on a day where it's a sunny day and it's not going to rain. And
yeah,
it's like 2 of the cabbage plants, I found all the caterpillars that were on them, took them off and killed them. But I still want to try it because my potato plants are doing good. My broccolis are starting to bolt. The other cabbage is doing good. My full beans, cucumbers, and peas, everything's doing wonderful. And everything that I threw into my hodgepodge bed is starting to come up. And I've got 2 different types of okras growing. I got lots of zucchini and tomato plants. Beets and carrots. What else?
Quite a bit growing.
I've got a lot growing. I've got almost 50 tomato plants.
Wow.
Some of them are cherry tomato plants, and those hardly make it into my house because that is my snack for when I'm out in the kitchen, out in the garden.
I can understand that.
And I wish I would have made a nice long row for my peas because 13 feet of pea plants, it's not going to be enough peas because I'll be eating them off the plants. It never fails.
I see Miss Lippy is using a product called what? Dr. Earth Gold. And buddy, how you doing? I haven't chatted with you for a while.
Hey, buddy.
You guys need to get your name on the wheel. Just follow that. I like that below there.
Miss Lippy, does that stuff help keep slugs away too, and other bugs? Like grasshoppers and spiders? Because I've got crickets and grasshoppers and spiders. Spiders I don't want. Like brown recluse and black widows I found today.
Let's go ahead and do your first spin of the wheel.
First spin of the wheel? All right. There we go. Let me slide the wheel over. Here, we'll drop it in. There we go.
I'll have to look into getting that, Miss Lippy, and give it a try.
Grammy Karen.
Congratulations, Grammy Karen.
Grammy Karen. Send 2 Family Homestead. Your mailing address, please. And we are so glad you, and Grammy Karen is also a channel member. For those of you that would like to become a channel member, you can just click that little join button down below. And when we do the spin on a Monday night, in any given month, if you are the winner, not only do you get a $2 bill, we will pay your membership fee for that month. I don't know what happened to Darren, but he dropped off. He'll be back shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, Grammy, please,
Here in the background, it's just work stuff, sorry.
Miss Lippy, I don't care if it stinks as long as it works. Fish emotion stinks too.
Okay, so 3 of us are back here, and Darren has a placeholder.
This isn't anything unusual.
He's here in voice, just not in video. So,
What else do you want to know? What does anyone in the chat want to know?
Yeah, this weird thing about work days, people want you to work.
Yeah. To suck. Have you seen Miss Lippy's raised beds? Oh my gosh. Buddy did an awesome job on those.
She's got some really nice raised beds. And nice and deep too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Dr. Earth with the gold band. It's in liquid form.
Okay.
So it's a liquid.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that on Amazon.
You
and I probably find it
your
at
plants.
the feed store where I get my chicken feed. Now, that's one thing that sucks about renting, because you can't have the animals you want. I mean, there's so much I would love to do here that I'm very limited on space, because in the back side of my driveway to the back of the property, I don't get to use that. And then from the middle between the 2 houses, from a certain spot over, that's the other property, so I don't get to use any of that. So I'm very limited on how much space I have. It's like, I've got a 10 by 10 herb garden. My in-ground garden is 10 by 40. I've got, where the patio is out back, that's 10 by 10. I've got the trampoline arch on that, which has 4 barrels, and 2 of them have grapes, and the other 2 have cherry tomatoes. I have 4 barrels with blueberry plants, a kiddie pool with strawberry plants, which is actually doing really well this year. 2 other barrels that have a blackberry plant and a raspberry plant that are my daughters, which are doing fantastic. The other 2 barrels that I have empty, one I'm in the process of filling up with dirt so I can put my hibiscus plants in it. They're actually doing really well right now. And I'm doing in-ground gardening, container gardening, raised bed gardening, and grow bag gardening.
Lasagna gardening.
And lasagna gardening. Yes.
You also have a hog.
Yes,
He
I
just
have
doesn't
a
live with you.
hog, but he's not here. He is down in Georgia. James and Angela from Three Creek Farm gifted me with a pig last year, and they're growing it out. And his dad, when they picked up they let Shane and Kim from Kinfolk Farm borrowed my pig's dad to breed with their 2 females. And when in the video that James put out, they weighed him and he was 606 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
He is massive. He comes up above my hips. He's probably close to like almost 3.5 to 4 feet tall. He is huge.
I want to see you ride him.
Huh?
Barry probably could ride him.
Yeah, I want to see you ride him.
No.
No?
No.
I'll see what I can do, Daryl.
You know, just put that cowboy hat on and get on there and just...
That'd be a job for you, Darren, not me.
Where to begin Homestead is asking which gardening do you prefer?
I like it all.
So
I like it all.
So no favorites.
I've done it all before. And the only thing I haven't done is the lasagna gardening. I've done container, in-ground, raised bed. I've tried the Back to Eden, and that did not work for me. I did not like it. I haven't done water gardening yet. I don't know if I want to try hydroponic gardening. I know a lot of people are successful, like Ben and Andrea from BW Family Farm. They do good with it.
Oh, he has a fantastic...
He's got a wonderful setup.
Yeah. So it's a little bit fishy, though.
Yeah, it's just a little.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to call it a night. I am not feeling very well.
That's okay.
So, Miss Terry, it was great having you on.
Oh.
I'm sure I will chat with you tomorrow. What?
So, I got to close this out?
You're closing it out, dear.
Oh, my goodness.
It's you and Darren now.
Oh.
It's the D&D show.
Okay.
Sherry, you take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you.
It was nice seeing you. Good night. So what else would you like to know, Daryl?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
People can ask me anything, and if it's something I can answer, I will.
Heaven Gates Cherry Farm. Hello.
Hello, Heaven Gate.
How you doing?
It's okay, Miss Libby. Everyone knows. Everyone's busy.
So needless to say, this has not been a good day for her. She still has some bad days, and this has not been a good one. But she will. Overall, she's doing much better and continues to improve overall. But she still has some time focus. So anyway, we are going to continue on here.
It's understandable. She's still stubborn and ornery as ever, and we love her for that.
Yeah.
The cranky old Lady Glenn plays up every now and again.
So
yes, it does.
Heaven Gates, be sure to get your name on the wheel. I'm going to try to recruit everybody that's in the chat here. Make sure you have your name on the wheel. But we will give away another $2 bill here before we close out. And we'll probably do that in about 7 to 10 minutes. So.
Hey, back to Country Homestead. I will say this. It's like, my son, some of the things, my son knows a lot of things I would like to see in our future. And him and I were talking earlier, and he goes, the plan is for that, what you and Darren are talking about is that get a fixer-upper. If we can move into it and fix it up at the same time, we do that, right? And I said, yeah. He goes, and eventually possibly sell it and move somewhere else. So I was like, yeah. And I was like, you gotta understand. That time comes and we do sell it and move somewhere else. It may not be in South Carolina that we're in. We may be in somewhere that's cheaper to live and we can get a property that's affordable. And it may be in Georgia. We don't know where it's going to be. I said it could be a couple of years till we're on a bigger property to where we can do the things we want to do. And he's like, okay. He goes, I want to see that happen too.
Yeah, one step at a time. I'm sorry. I just said one step at a time. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's really one step at a time. It's a lot of little steps to get there.
Yeah, one thing people don't understand is when we do get permission for me to move over, I'm not allowed to work.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to make an income because it's a 90-day fiancé. Once we get married, we do a change of status, and until I get the green card, I can't actually work.
Yeah, and we don't know how long that will be. Yes, Brenda, I have started the application process, and with the application process, they ask you a whole bunch of questions in the first step, and then they tell you, oh, you gotta wait 3 days. And then go to the next step when I get an email saying, different things. What they want next. What kind of animals do we want to raise? Chickens, ducks, turkeys, pigs, cows. I don't know if goats is on the agenda right now, or sheep.
This is your agenda. It's your show.
I know.
I'm just here for my good looks.
I would like to possibly try goats or sheep. And I know if we do get into goats, that there's a few people I can talk to, especially Lala from Lala Farms. I can message her and she'll be able to give me all kinds of information, and I could probably message Jess from Roots and Refuge because she raises goats, and there's a few people I could talk to if we get a cow. One of them has to be a milk cow. I mean, there's a lot of people I can go to for information.
Okay, I was just checking on a couple of things here, so you're doing fantastic, Terry. Keep it up.
Thank you. But yeah, there's all kinds of things we'd like to do, and Darren and I have talked many, many times about the types of breeds of animals that we'd like to do. When he was here last time, we went up to MB Heritage and met Michael and Bobby Jean from MB Heritage, and Glenn and April from Lazy Acres, Zoom Chow from her channel, her and her husband, and Tony and his wife from Believe on the Cross? But while we were up there, the burgers we had was ground meat from a Jersey cow that Glenn and April raised. Oh my God, was that meat delicious. It puts any ground meat in a store to shame. So that is one thing. It's like, I'm really looking forward to tasting what the meat from my pig is going to taste like this fall. Because he's a long pig. So I see lots of bacon in my future with that one.
Because since his name's Bacon.
Yeah, you named him Bacon. And eventually, if we get a big enough property, I would like to have a pond on there that we could have fish in there.
Well, if you get yourself an aquaponic setup, you can have fish in
Yeah, but you can't go fishing in aquaponics.
Well, sure you can.
Yeah, you can.
Hi, Grace.
Yeah, you can do that.
It's just like catching fish in a barrel, but hey.
It's not the same.
Oh, well, why not? It's
Because
actually,
it's not.
I mean, you actually catch the fish around the roots of your plants.
It's not the same.
Darren, talk to her.
I'm not a fan of aquaponics, actually. I don't like mudfish. I prefer salt water.
Really? But I mean, look at the Shane from Kinfolk Farm. He's got a huge lake on his property. It's gorgeous. And when we were down there, before we left that night, he goes, well, you guys got a place you can get married here? And a few days later, I messaged him. I said, were you really serious about that we could get married on your farm? And he's like, yeah. So we have a place to get married. Another friend down there, as a wedding gift to us, I don't know if he started it yet or, if he's gonna start it soon, but he is, what's it called, Darren? I can't remember the name of it.
He's becoming ordained, so he can, do the wedding.
Yeah, he's gonna marry us. So he's gonna do the process of getting ordained so he can marry us. And that's his wedding gift to us.
Okay.
Which is actually really cool. And I asked my brother if he'd give me away because our parents aren't here. We lost him years ago, and he said that he'd be honored to, so my brother will be walking me down the aisle to Darren.
Well, it sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Sounds exciting. Well, I'll tell you what. It's 9:53 now, so let's go ahead and spin that wheel again. And we get it over here. We'll find out who is going to who's going to take home a $2 bill and maybe more.
Catfish is delicious, Mama Z. Oh, especially when you fry it up. That is so good.
Linda Jacobs. Please send two-family homestead.
That says Lazy Acres. Oh.
An email saying, hey, I won the $2 bill. We need your mailing address so we can send you one in a minute. I don't believe you're a member of the channel, so we can't give you that money back. But folks, if you'd like to become a member of Two Family Homestead, just click that join button. We're probably, to the best of my knowledge, we're the only channel that you have the opportunity where we will pay your membership fee if you win a $2 bill. So, Linda Jacobs, please go ahead and send us an email. And thank you very much for being here this evening. Let's see some of the other people in here. White Picket Fence, Mama Z, Duncan, 1900, How to Garden, Christy Betts, How to Garden, did I say that? Angel Cooper. And of course, a lot of the other folks that are in here every week. We appreciate all of you and love seeing all of you. I'm going to ask Darren and Terry for some final thoughts here. And we're going to close it out here pretty shortly. Sherry has already retired for the evening. Miss Lippy, thank you so much for being here this evening. And Buddy, too.
Yes, thank you guys for coming in.
Darren, any last thoughts?
I just encourage everyone to go check out Terry's channel. She does some wonderful things. She's trying so hard to improve herself. Not that she needs improving because she's perfect. But she's doing a lot to move herself forward in life. And it's a great encouragement for anyone.
Terry?
Don't give up on your dreams. I'm a single parent, and I'm doing my dreams small scale, very small scale. And if I can do it one step at a time and get my family moving forward and start the process of getting away from things that I would like to get away from, so my family doesn't rely on other sources of things. If I can do it, you guys can do it. I've got an in-ground garden, I got container gardens, I'm vertical gardening, lasagna gardening. If I can do it, you guys can do it. I've learned so much how to garden down here. It's crazy, but I love it.
Terry, I was going to shut it down, but somebody asked a very pertinent question here, so give you a chance to answer it. How to keep animals off my flowers or plants? Just bought flowers to plant. Either wild baby rabbit or a rabbit nibbled on petunias, flowers. Going to plant eggplant, pepper. What should she do to keep those besides short of a shotgun?
Chicken wire and T-posts. If you can go to a hardware store and get some T-posts or like wooden stakes and put chicken wire or some kind of fencing around it.
Okay, so you're saying
keep them away.
You're saying the closed length fencing.
Yeah.
Something with a small mesh.
Dependent on how big a space she has, I'd say the chicken wire, at least 3 feet high, would be smart to do. I deal with stray cats, birds, hawks, dogs, people cutting through my yard, rabbits.
This looky says eradicated. I like that.
You don't have to eradicate them. But...
Well, that's just honing in on other skills.
Yeah. I'd say try the chicken wire. Because it'll keep the rabbits out.
Terry, thanks so much for being here this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Next week.
Grace, if you go on Lowe's or Home Depot websites and put in T-post in the search bar, it'll show you what a T-post is.
Next week we're having Duncan 1900 Homestead. That'll be another good evening. So,
I'm going to come in and pick on her.
Brenda will be our guest next week. And remember, folks, the most important thing about goals is to have one. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Take care.
Good night, everyone.